Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Arizona Cardinals franchise. My name's Alfonso, and this rebuild is something I've been looking to do for a long time. The Cardinals are one of the most intriguing teams with a tough NFC West division, including San Francisco, Seattle, and the Los Angeles Rams. And now we look to help them fix their roster and compete for their first Super Bowl title. Now, as you look at our roster here, we're not necessarily in the worst cap space position ever. There are some concerns with the roster. Obviously, Kyler Murray, we're still trying to figure out if he's going to develop into the quarterback of the future. He's only a 79 overall. He's 3 years into a 7-year contract. He counts a lot against the cap, as you can see right here. He's $43 million this year, $53 the next, $43 the year after that, and then another $46 million. So do we decide that we're just going to take the cap penalty of $29 million and save ourselves some money in the long run and kind of just start over at the quarterback position, as the Cardinals have done in real life, trading Kyler Murray to the Minnesota Vikings? Now, in our universe, we could end up having Kyler Murray work out for us. Who knows? We just really don't know. We have to see how he plays. We got a new coaching staff coming in. Anything could happen. We could end up bringing out the best in Kyler Murray. It's yet to be seen, but definitely something to consider there. Now, obviously, we have a lot of bright spots on this roster. Number one being Budda Baker. He's been the steady player for the Arizona Cardinals for years now, and he's not counting too much against the cap. He does have 3 years left of team control, and we're going to be keeping him around through the duration of that contract, unless we're not in a good spot in the last year of his deal, and then we want to see if we can trade him away and get some draft compensation. And then here is our star player, Trey McBride, who we're going to look to build this entire offense around. One thing you'll learn about me as you end up watching more of my channel is that I love to run my offense through the tight ends and the running game. It's a really big thing that I like to do. Get a nice speedy receiver on the outside that makes the safeties have to respect the deep ball, and then allow a solid tight end like Trey McBride to do the work underneath. So he's locked in for a 5-year deal. We'll have him until he's 30, and who knows, he could end up still being in a great position as he gets closer to the end of that contract, where we end up signing him to an extension, but that remains to be seen. Now, of course, we also have Marvin Harrison Jr., our second-year wide receiver. Struggled in his rookie year a bit. We'll see how he does in this Madden sophomore season. He's only a 79 overall, but he's only 23 years old. There's a lot of room for growth there. And again, you bring in a new offensive coordinator, a new head coach, all that good stuff. You're going to end up with some opportunities to maybe try to get the best out of a player who has not had the best of luck in their career so far. And now, one thing I really love not having to worry about is the cornerback position. But obviously, that is a problem on this roster. Now, there is Will Johnson that was drafted to kind of cure that, and his big problem has been the injury concerns. Now, if we look at his ratings here and take a look at his injury, he's an 81 injury. That's not good here in Madden. That's not good at all. But we're going to look to work with that. He could still develop into something special. Obviously, he has hidden development, and he's just a rookie. He's only 22 years old. So we're going to try to get the best out of him. We're going to try to put him in the best positions possible so that he doesn't get hurt too often, but we'll see where his career ends up turning out. Obviously, this was the big thing that made him drop as far as he did in the draft to begin with, his knee issues. And that's never a good thing, especially at the cornerback position where you're doing a lot of shifting and running and everything like that. Garrett Williams is a bit of a bright spot. I'd like to see that overall go up a bit as we continue on the next couple years. We're going to be working with him throughout the weeks, definitely trying to get him some more development. He's only 24 years old, so he's out of his window for exponential growth. He's very unlikely to ever hit a 90 overall, but we'll see what we're able to get out of him. Then you have veterans like Sean Murphy-Bunting, who just serve as depth pieces, making a lot of money on this roster for a 79 overall, but these are the contracts that were signed before we came in and started touching the team. So, I mean, it is what it is, really. There's nothing we could do about that. We just have to kind of ride some of these contracts out. Now, we're solid at left tackle, 84 overall, left tackle at 24 years old. Not bad at all. 2 years left on his deal. We'll see what ends up happening as his contract expires and see if there's anybody who maybe we can replace him with if he's not the left tackle that we want him to be. Obviously, at left guard, once his contract is up, Evan Brown here, we're going to be letting him go. Froholt here, he's getting up there in age. This is probably his last contract with the team as well, but definitely a serviceable center. Right guard, we're struggling at this position a little bit here, but we only have Will Hernandez on a 1-year deal, so we'll see what we can find in the draft or free agency after the season is over. And then, of course, same thing here at right tackle, just a struggle position, but we'll see what we can do in free agency and in the draft. And now when we take a look at the draft, we have basically all of our draft picks, okay, 1 through 7. We'll see if there's somebody that we want to trade by the deadline. I have the trade difficulty set to very hard. So we'll see what picks we're able to get if we decide to go that route. If not, we at least have 1 through 7 that we'll be able to work with here. We'll see how the team does. You know, it's a matter of where is the team by week 8, week 9, and really by week 7, because we'll have a decision made on the team by week 7, whether we're selling a lot or whether we're even trying to bring somebody in for a playoff run. It really all depends. I'm not expecting a playoff run here in year 1. But anything can happen when you bring a new coaching staff in. They tend to get the best out of a lot of players. So we will see what happens in that regard. Now, I want to be clear. I'm fully aware that we are late into this Madden. We're just a few months away from the next one. Obviously, the football season has come to an end. But this is more of a preview of what you can expect for Madden 27. I want all of you to be able to check out my channel, check out my commentary style, check out the things that I do as far as playing Madden, building a team, and developing as we play a full franchise. And if you're interested, if it's something that you really enjoy, which I hope it is, definitely subscribe and get yourselves ready for Madden 27, because who knows what team we're going to go with. I do like to do my franchises with either struggling teams or maybe teams that are kind of like in the middle of the pack, like the Steelers, who just can't seem to get over the hump and are always in between. Should we tear this down or should we keep going? So hey man, we're going to see what ends up happening with Madden 27. The draft is going on right now, so a lot of these teams could end up having really exciting rosters that I like to play with. Obviously, the Jets are doing really well in this draft, and the Giants are also doing really well in this draft. So we have a lot of options. We have a lot of options heading into Madden 27. So definitely stay tuned for that, and we will see what team we end up going with. So now that you guys have taken a look at the roster, I do want to give you guys a little bit of synopsis of how I like to do things here on the channel. This is the first Madden franchise that I've done in like 10 years. I have been a very consistent Madden player. I was very highly ranked at one point, number 5,000 in the world. So like I am talented at the game. I do know what I'm doing. You guys aren't going to be watching somebody and wondering like, do they even understand how to play the game? But what I do want to communicate is basically how this whole franchise is going to go. I do play the full games. I like to record them and then edit them down afterwards, and present them as live games. Basically what I mean by that is like I kind of do it similar to Mr. Hurricane. If you guys have seen his work on YouTube, he's been very consistent for over a decade now, and what he made himself famous, well, I guess well known, popular on YouTube. I don't know if I would say famous or not. I don't know. But the way he made himself popular on YouTube was through his content where he pre-recorded the games and then he did his commentary over it, and it was like you were watching a game. You were getting an experience, and you got to follow the story of the players and the story of the team and just how things went over multiple seasons. And that's exactly what I aim to do here as we lead up to Madden 27. Now, again, As I already mentioned, I already know this game, Madden 26, has been out since August. It is now April. And I understand the optics of that. I know we have college football coming up in a couple of months as well. Trust me, I get all of that. My whole goal is to show you guys my play style and my franchise style with enough time in order to get you guys excited for Madden 27 and what I look to do there. It's going to be a really fun experience. I don't know what team I'm going to pick yet. I already mentioned that. But I do really enjoy doing Madden franchises. And I actually went to school for sportscasting, believe it or not. So the commentary voice that you hear was professionally trained. So, oh, fumble. Look at that. The commentary voice that you hear was professionally trained, and it was sculpted by none other than Dan Patrick himself. So I'm taking that skill set and I'm applying it once again, like I have in the past. As Trey McBride gets open and he's rumbling down to the 31-yard line with the Cardinals first down as they continue on this impressive opening drive here in the first preseason game. Normally, I wouldn't start with a preseason game, but I just want to give you guys an opportunity to get to know me a little bit. Again, my name's Alfonso. I have a degree in sportscasting. I'm a huge football fan, Green Bay Packers fan. And I do a lot of play-by-play commentary in real life as well, but this is what I really enjoy, just being able to kind of create the story myself, control the story, and create a community. And I was doing that before, and then I ended up going into the military for 6 years and just kind of left the YouTube thing behind temporarily. But now I'm back. I have everything that I need for once. We're going to go for this because why not? It's preseason. But I have everything I need. Actually, we're going to kick the field goal, right? We need something positive headed into this season. We've been through a lot the past few years, and this is a great way to get your preseason started with points on your first preseason offensive drive. But I just want to make sure that it's known. I'm here to stay. I'm here to be consistent. What can you guys expect from me? I play on all Madden difficulty, so again, I'm very good at the game, so I put it on the highest difficulty possible. If it gets to the point where it's even getting too easy, which it shouldn't, because Madden has done, I wouldn't say a good job. I wouldn't give them that much credit for anything, but I would say they've done a pretty decent job of making the computer competitive in the last couple of years. I remember for a while the computer used to just be a pushover and it would just be really bad, but now it's in a much better situation. And so I don't expect I'll have to tweak the sliders at all. I am concerned because I made Patrick Mahomes and this offense go 3-and-out on the first drive, but it looks like they're bouncing right back. So it looks like all is well. The sliders are fine just the way that they are. We should have no issues getting ourselves run over. Plenty. I do use my user, but I do try not to be too ridiculous with it. I know one of the things Mr. Hurricane does that people love is he just uses the defensive line in order to make players play more true to their ratings instead of playing a user middle linebacker running all over the field type of stuff. And I might end up doing that depending. It just depends on how stuff goes, right? Because this team is not very good. This team has finished in last place. In real life, they were 3-13. So there really is no reason. And this is a bad habit that I have, just hit sticking and just flying past defenders. So that's something I'm going to try to clean up for you guys so you guys don't get irritated. But there's no reason why this team should be like 13-4 going into the playoffs and all types of stuff. Like it wouldn't make any sense, right? So touchdown for Rashid Rice as Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense gets back on track against this lowly Arizona Cardinals team. But I just want to make sure that things are as realistic as possible, and so my goal is to do that, even if it brings challenges for me that are difficult to overcome. That's fine. Like, I'm not here to dominate. This isn't competitive. This is simulation, and this is a franchise mode. So again, going forward, what can you expect from me? You can expect 9-minute quarters, all Madden difficulty. Might even bump the quarter length up if I feel like it'll help the quality of the video. But right now I'm cool starting with 9 minutes. That's usually done pretty well for me. So we'll go with the 9-minute quarters, and we will play on all Madden difficulty. I'll try to be as consistent as possible. As our community grows, we will start to do things like live streaming the draft. But right now, I'll just pre-record the off season, make a video for that, and then get ready for the next season following that. But there's definitely opportunity for more live streams and different things like that. Who knows? We might even live stream some games, live stream the Super Bowl if we make it to the Super Bowl. Just different things like that to make this exciting and drive some engagement here. As the Arizona Cardinals offense, not looking too bad. We got to finish one of these drives, though. We stalled on 4th and 2 last time, ended up kicking the field goal. Now, we did get points, and that's always a positive, especially in the preseason. You just always want to end up with points of some kind, as Marvin Harrison Jr. cannot catch up to that ball. Is that going to be a penalty on the Cardinals? It's going to be a 1st and 20 that we're facing now, so it wouldn't have mattered if Marvin Harrison would have called up to that ball. We would not have ended up getting the touchdown regardless. So, again, I like to run a lot of shotgun. I don't really like to play under center too much. It's just really not my thing. And so you'll see me build my team in accordance with that. As I mentioned, I like to have a nice dominant tight end as the first quarter comes to an end. That'll be the end of our starters playing in this game. So we'll bring on the backups now, Jacoby Brissett and company. And we actually will go under center with Jacoby because he's the type of quarterback that you would want to do that with. But as I was saying, I don't really like to play under center too much, but I will build my team to reflect that, right? And that's the important piece of this, right? You build the personnel that you need to match what it is that you're trying to do. As that one is caught for a first down. And we won't stall out just yet, not on this drive. And now we're facing a 2nd and inches from the 5. I'm not going to play this full game. I just wanted to talk to you guys for just a little bit to, again, give you guys the one-on-one on what it is that we're planning on doing. Is that screen that I do love to run. It is a really good play out of the box formation in the shotgun set. Doesn't end up working out that time. When you get the right look for that play, though, it can really do a lot of damage for you. We're going to send Dortch in motion. Hand off to Benson. Up the middle. Benson can't power through. We're going to go for this one, though. It's 4th and 1. And, again, it's preseason. Why not? And just based on the defensive look right here, I'm liking what I'm seeing. But we are going to send Fiocco in motion to get that linebacker out of the way and clear the way as we are able to push forward. See, if that linebacker was over there, we have no chance. We have absolutely no chance to make that first down. If I get a touchdown here, this will be the end of the introduction preseason video, and we're going to throw it, and it's a touchdown for the Arizona Cardinals. Palmer trying to make the team. Tajon Palmer from Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett asking for starter money in real life, too. I wonder what you guys think about that. But anyway, that will bring us to the end of this video. And I hope you guys will join me for the remainder of this Arizona Cardinals franchise. Like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for episode 2, where we will go over what happened in the preseason, but then jump right into the first regular season game. So you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in the next one.